Broadcast 0720. Powered by Lions, Empire Media, and Heaven Music.
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful afternoon on Thursday, and we are here, Nganama, by meat, and we are not turning back. Anyway, welcome to Broadcast 0720 with me, your host, of course, Vero V. And today is a wonderful day because we are not alone. Hence, you know that we're living in a modern society and everything is happening. And some of the things, people just wondering, how can we do this and how is this things be done. Anyway, today we have the one and only on the studio, thembi, siaga. Welcome, and we are so good to have you in this broadcast.
Thank you for inviting me in this broadcast, and thank you for the opportunity.
You know, people always see you in social media and Facebooks, newspapers, but then they really don't know or who's this person. But then today, since you're here, I know that some of their questions, they might be answered. If you can just tell us who really is thembi siaga. I mean, the background, where you have been born, and like the background, the education, and his stuff like that.
Okay, I'm thembi siaga from Ilim. I was born at Bungeni, but then we relocated to Ilim.
Okay.
I started my schooling part at Ilim Primary School, Ilim High School, Waterfall High School, and then I went back to Ilim High School again.
Okay.
And then I studied at China University of Technology. Initially, I wanted to be a lawyer. Okay. But unfortunately, I didn't get a space at facility, so I decided to go to journalism.
But then wait, the attire wise, you know, being a lawyer is gonna suit you.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Why is that?
I think I fell in love with journalism.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, journalism. I always say it's a weird career. People say, why it's weird? You know, you don't get appreciated that much, you know, because you don't report on positive only. Yeah. You also have to report on the negative.
Okay.
And which doesn't sit well with people, you know. You also get intimidated, get threats, you get a lot. Okay. But initially I wanted to be a lawyer, as I said, but I just found myself in the industry, which I now enjoy. I don't think I'll leave the industry now or anytime soon.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, I've met a lot of people who have studied journalism or media, you know, but then most of them, they didn't study it by choice. Like, hence you're saying you wanted to be a lawyer. So if you can just quickly explain what happened, what made you to change your mind, like from wanting to be a lawyer and then to becoming a journalist.
Oh. You know, I wanted to speak for those who cannot speak for themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I realized that for being a journalist, I'll still be the voice to the voiceless, you know. Those who cannot speak at all, I will speak for them, you know. I enjoy visiting people, going to disadvantaged communities whereby they lack services such as water, proper roads, infrastructure. We talk about schools, hospitals, you see. You talk to real people, you know. People will give you the sense of the situation which they are going through.
No, I understand. The thing is, you wanted to be the voice of the people, like in different parties, because as a journalist, obviously, you're going to do a lot of things, like being there. Hence, we know that this world has been run by social media, right? Okay, so that's very good. Let's say maybe someone out there, that some people don't know about journalism or whatever that you're doing, because journalism, being a journalist, you have different parts of jobs. Which side that you work on? Because some can be placed in sports, some of them just for entertainment, and then you cannot take someone from sports and then give her the job or him the job for entertainment. So which part are you?
I describe myself as a multi journalist, multimedia journalist.
Hey.
I can report on crime. I can report on investigative, which I enjoy the most.
Okay.
I can report on soft news. Yeah, but I can't report on sport, you know.
Okay.
I can't report on sport. I don't like sport, honestly.
Why?
I don't like sport. I don't know why. Like, I grew up not liking sport.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said that I like going to people, talking to real people, you know, who will tell me their situations.
Okay.
And you know, there's some kind of power in journalism. I can't say as journalists we want to change the world. We can't.
No, you
We
can't.
can't. It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's God's duty to change the world if you want to. But I think we can hold those in power accountable somewhere, somehow. For example, on this week newspaper, we have a story about a 50-year-old man. He has been struggling to get his citizenship. It was stolen. It was stolen in this way. It appears that someone from his family, close family, used his birth certificate to assist someone from
outside the
foreign,
country.
yes,
Oh, okay.
to get a certificate.
Sure.
So they flagged his certificate, and then he was unable to. He did able to get an ID, but they said his ID is invalid
Valid, yes.
because someone was using it. Imagine from 1993
Yo, it's been long.
until this year when he told me his story. But it was not this year. He sent us the story last year, but we didn't get into it. And then this year I decided to say, okay, let me work on this story. I was in contact with Home Affairs. I was in contact with his family to connect the dots on what happened. And then initially when we tried to get a comment from Home Affairs, it was very hard, you know. The hardest part in journalism is to get a comment from officials, from those who in power.
So while you were doing that, you were doing it as an investigative journalist.
That was investigative,
Okay.
that one.
All right.
It was not easy.
Yeah.
It was not easy. Imagine every day just waking up, you are reminding someone of one thing, to say, please respond to my inquiry. Please respond to my
And they
inquiry.
don't respond.
They don't. They will promise, yeah, no, we'll respond, but they don't.
Okay.
That's the hardest part. But we kept on pushing them. And then until I wrote a letter to the Minister of Home Affairs to say your people are not responding to us.
Okay.
And then, you know what happened? It's kind of funny. They didn't respond to me, but they decided to call him to say, you know what? We have a new ID for you.
Really?
New ID number. Imagine at 50.
Yeah.
We have new ID number for you. And then they said he has to come and get a birth certificate. Imagine at 50.
That's what they
You are
do.
getting your certificate while someone was enjoying. And that someone, according to the information we got, he managed to even get an RDP house.
Imagine.
He managed to get an RDP house. He got a loan from Capitec Bank.
With the very same ID.
Exactly. And when the owner of the ID went to take the card, they said, you know what, you still owe us.
And it doesn't even have a clue for that.
He doesn't know what was happening.
You know, we are living in a cruel world, and that's very sad. Imagine, Pella, when you are at your 50s, you don't even have, we can argue or we can debate whatever that we want, but fact remains that you are gone.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then I wanted to speak about something you mentioned, doing in that you like, mostly you like doing the investigative one, but then I have heard, and I also did the research, that in everything based on journalism, right, the only thing which is more dangerous is being the investigative journalist, because you need to go where you are not supposed to go just to find what you want or to fix whatever that you want to fix. So I want to know from you personally, when you are on that field, don't you get scared or like frightened that maybe something might go wrong? Because at the end of the day, we are still people, né? We have some guards, so you need to I don't know how you feel about it, like there's danger. I know you have covered some stories, but somewhere, for example, that one for ID that you gave us an example about, obviously going there, Pella, you're going to the den of the snake, you're going to the hole of the snake. What is it that you didn't feel anything, like you were not frightened?
I think that for that one, for ID, I was not threatened. I didn't get any threat.
Oh, okay.
It was only that it was consuming my time. Imagine every day just waking up to try to get a response from them. But hopefully, after we publish our first story, they noticed that no, these guys are serious. Then they gave him an ID. They told him to come and say, now we are giving you an ID. They also wrote a letter to him to say, we apologize for this. But there was no fault.
Okay.
Yeah, there was no fault there. What happened is that I think, according to what the Home Affairs said, that on his family side, somewhere, somehow, someone played a role.
Yeah, they sold. Maybe they just sold.
How did the suspect get the
ID.
certificate, not the ID, the certificate? It means someone from his family did it just to assist, obviously. Maybe, perhaps they were not aware that they are going to make collateral damage to him. Because imagine, he was telling me that now I'm 50, soon I want to get my social grant. But where am I going to get it?
And then it might happen that for those years, for the past years, he was not even working, because you cannot work without the ID.
He didn't get any service. You know, even his children, they didn't get his surname. You understand? So it was so tough for him. And I felt it when he was telling me the story. It was so tough for him. And in fact, he lost hope. But I was like, you know what? I can't force the Home Affairs to do the ID for you. But I will do my job. I will report. I will report. That's all.
On his behalf, the way that you've said that you studied media so that you can be the voice for people. So you wanted to be his voice.
Exactly.
But then going back to my question, have you ever get any threats?
Yeah, for Ziggy's story. For Ziggy's story, it was, I think it was hard to cover that story. Because remember, the issue with Ziggy, I think it started some time back. Because parents told me that, you know what, we think this school is not registered. There was a certain number, they said it was not available. And then when they tried to ask the owner, she was like, you know what, I will get it. We're trying to solve it all the time. We're trying to solve it. But they realized that no, she was lying, because it was now more than 2 years. She's promising, but nothing was happening.
Okay.
And then they approached me. When they approached me, I didn't take it serious at first. I told them that I will try to work on it. So, and then I started working on it. They thought maybe I was quiet, maybe I was bored.
Oh, okay.
But I was working on the background, trying to get the gist of the matter. Because I can't take a story from one person or two.
Yeah, I know.
It's obvious I also have to go to the Department of Education to ask them, like, are you aware of this?
So that you can have facts about it. You
And
cannot just go and ambush people.
They said they were not aware. I think the department is not transparent.
Oh, okay.
It's not transparent. They said they were not aware. And then I published first story. And they said, on the second story, they said they will investigate. The worst part, the owner told the parents to say, thembi lied.
Wow.
Thembi lied about the whole story.
Okay.
So the parents came back to me. They said, you know what? She said you lied.
So she didn't have clue that the very same people that she's reporting to, telling them lies, they are the ones that came to you first, and that they're also going to get back to you.
Remember, I have to gain trust
on
them so that they can report back to me. So I was angry, honestly. I was angry that if she say I'm lying, then she must show them evidence.
So you wanted to prove to her that I'm not lying, as much as you're not providing any proof or evidence, then I'm not the one who's lying.
She had nothing.
Not even a single paper.
She had nothing to show them. Because remember, Ziggy, it's a center. Yeah, it's like a kindergarten.
Okay.
They are not allowed to teach grade R, grade 1, grade 2. But because parents thought that those learners can speak English well, it means the school is doing its job. Until no, the school was not doing its job. Because even some of the teachers there, they didn't have qualifications.
But they were teaching.
They were teaching. And parents were trusting their kids. They were trusting the school with their kids to say they are doing the right job, while it was not. And then I remember when I sent the inquiry to her, she hired a lawyer.
So that you can be threatened by the law.
And she was like, you know what, thembi, don't speak to me, speak to my lawyer.
Okay.
I was like, no, it's fine. I wrote the inquiry and sent it to the lawyer to say, you know what, there are some allegations which are making around that the school is not registered. And the lawyer, you know what he said to me? He said, thembi, don't you have many other stories which you can focus on? I was like, why are you showing me the story which you think is important to you? He said, you know, the term is still long. I said, no, just respond to my inquiry.
Yes.
Yeah. And then he was so evasive. And then it was on the second story now.
Okay.
She fired that first lawyer. She hired another one.
Okay.
And then she thought maybe he will respond. Also, he didn't respond. Then the department was pressurized now.
Okay.
They decided to go and shut down the school.
Okay.
Yes, I was not happy when the school was shut down because I was not going to give, not mostly for the kids. They were workers, they're obvious. Also the kids, because they are at my heart, those kids, to say you can't go to school and say, and when you complete grade 12, they say the school is not registered. It was bogus. Imagine.
But I think your investigation was very positive to the community because as the country, as government, on a daily basis, the government is against the fly-by-night school. Remember, there are so many people who have been robbed their future, their monies, because of these schools that cannot be traced or these schools that are not traceable. Why are you saying you were not happy about the shutdown of the school?
Remember, many people lost jobs and I couldn't give them those job bags, right? And some parents saw me as a problem. I even received some messages of threats, lot of them. But I didn't give up. I was like, I know what I'm doing. And I will wake up with mindset that, you know what, I will make sure that this Department of Education must act. And they must act fast.
Because, you know, working at illegal schools, it's more like the same of, you know, there are people who are selling nyaope. Now we're talking, so when they are selling nyaope, they get money. But what is it that our people get in return? They are dying. They steal. They are stealing from the community. So we understand that there's a huge volume of unemployment in the country. But that doesn't mean that people must work with criminals in order to get or to earn their living.
Yes.
On that one, I think you must never be apologetic. If you are apologetic, I don't know. But of course, you find that people who are working with the team or people who were staff at that school, they were innocent, they didn't know.
Yes.
Only those who were responsible for the registration or the school management maybe are the ones who are responsible. So I really want to commend you for that. And I think you have taken a good poster. Those are the journalists that you want.
Yes.
Because remember, you're not man, you're not going to be loved by anybody. I mean, by everybody. You see? Yeah, I just wanted to chip you on that one because you have to be apologetic when you are defending South Africans.
No, you are right. No, at first I felt bad, to say I've pressurized the department to close the school. Now some parents are blaming me left, right, and center to say no, the school closed because of them. The school closed because of them. They are not going to judge the owner to say the school was not registered. You see? And another thing, remember, someone from the department was corrupt. Possible. Yes. He or she was corrupt. It's obvious they were taking. So those questions papers, they were getting them from where? From the same department, which we say this
Which
is our
they say they
government.
don't know about the school.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
But
So
then,
maybe one last question, Sister V. Since you are saying this school started was only having small grade. When this
A kindergarten, not grade.
Oh,
Kindergarten.
yes.
It's a crash.
it's a crash. So I want to check when these people moving from this other from R to grade 1 also, was it not difficult for these learners to be accepted in other schools, because you need to come with a reference of where you were schooling another? So was that not a disadvantage to kids who were moving from Ziggy
Public schools.
to public schools?
It was a challenge, obvious. There has to be assessed. And let's say if they assessed a child and they found that no, they are not ready for the next grade, they will take them back.
to the
And
previous grade.
yeah, they were 100 and something, if my mind still serves me well.
Because I really don't think it was that much difficult, on my opinion. Because I think when the child is being transferred from another school to another, they only need their report. And then also, if maybe it's like in the mid of the year, they also want their books, right? But then if ever they can be able to get those question papers from the department, definitely they also have that information of which, whereby the other private schools, the books which they are using, they can also get those books. And obviously they can write down to the teachers, can you go to a bookshop or maybe Bosura to buy this kind of books, because they know from the department, these are the kind of the books that you need to use for this grade. So I don't think it was going to be a problem when they go to another schools, because at the school, when you maybe you accept a child, you can say that, oh, this child has been like approving, like he or she's been passing, you see. So obviously you say this is a gain from our school. And believe me or not, as a public school, I'm not going to be biased. Let's say maybe I'm a principal, I'm getting a new kid is being transferred to my school from private. I will say, okay, in private they have a lot of activities that they do, of which we don't even do. For example, in public schools, a lot of them, they don't have volleyball, cricket, rugby. But then if I can accept a child from a private, it will be a gain from our school that we can be able to do.
Ziggy didn't have that facility.
No, that was just an example of private school, public accepting a child from private school.
Maybe they might be having some kind of knowledge which the public school doesn't have. But remember, they had to be assessed. They have to go through certain assessment to check them if they are ready before they can take them. They did, because remember, the department is aware that those schools are from bogus. Those children, they're from bogus school, isn't it?
I mean, before they knew. I think the question was based on before they knew. Yes.
Remember, when the department closed the school, they had to also make other schools aware that they are learners from Ziggy. They are from bogus school. We can't say it's alleged bogus school. It was a bogus school.
Yeah, that one was a bogus school.
Exactly. So they had to be assessed at first before they can take them. And remember, imagine your child was at grade 2 and they say, we're taking him or her to grade 1. How would you feel if you were a parent?
Yeah, obviously I won't feel good, and imagine my child will be left behind with pace, and then again even the money that I have lost, you see. Yeah.
Maybe as a journalist, just to check one question and to gain confidence to our people. What is it that our parent must do to check whether the schools that they've taken their children are legit or they are bogus, as you are saying? What is it that we can get, or what is it that we can use to get the state or the state of the legitimate, whether the school is the proper one or this school is a fly-by-night school?
Yes.
How do we?
No, remember we are living in world whereby technology is expanding. They just have to do the research. They have to do the research. Also, ask the owner of the school if the school is registered. He or she must provide proof, touchable proof, black and white, not with the mouth like verbally to say, no, the school is registered, like what she was doing.
Lip service.
Because Nakona Thembi is not all about now. Let's not talk about Ziggy only. Even people who have passed their matric, there are a lot of people who goes and like spend their money on fly by night colleges. They don't you see that they don't do that background check and whatsoever. I think this information can also assist them like when you want to do something. Because we are living in a cruel world. People are out there to chow our money. People are out there to get us because they know that when you are desperate for something, you don't even check. But I feel like it's a call up for everyone that you need to check where you are going, because we know we have University of Limpopo, University UP, but then there's what about those who don't qualify to go to universities which are known? What about those who just want to go to some colleges? I feel like this also will also assist them that they need to do a background check, at least nowadays. But then the problem is, people can also manipulate Google. They can have their own profile and create a profile that this college have started since when. So how should we deal with that? Because we can go to Google, let's say maybe I'm checking for this college, maybe my friend told me about it, I checked, and then the profile is there. It started since when, and then so how will I know that this one is a fly by night?
It's a difficult one, that one, because I've never worked on a story of Boga's college.
Okay.
I have to be honest with you. But then I also think it's much easier. You should check for reputable college. A college we started last year and then you want to jump and join. You should also do a lot of background. I know a lot of colleges which were closed because they were bogus. But sometimes it's difficult. As you said, people can manipulate the internet.
Yeah.
They can manipulate the internet,
Okay.
Yeah, it's said that I think perhaps next time you should invite a specialist on that one.
On this one.
Yeah, because I believe this kind of interview it's educational also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I wanted to say, remember, sometimes these people, they don't go to this new institution by choice.
Yeah.
There is too much overflow during the beginning of the year most of the time. You find that the universities and colleges are full. Some are not accepted, some they are rejected. There's so many frustrations during the early during the early of the year when people are busy dealing with the registration, which I think the community must take into consideration what you have just suggested, to say people must do thorough research. And Sister V, I think this one we must note it boldly, so to say. We need to get specialists for this type of interview, so that to address that, because that one is all, it compromises a lot of young people.
Yes, definitely. Anyway, back to our main point, right, which is all about you being a journalist and whatsoever. I have realized, and I know a lot of people who have studied journalism and media, but then I know that in your industry it's very hard to be in the industry. Some of the people, they will say it needs connection and what, I'm not sure about that. Allegedly it needs connection, but then I want to know, was it not hard for you, like from varsity and then you got something? I don't know, like, how was it? Did you, when you finished your degree, did you get something, learnership, internship, or a job?
For China University of Technology, I think first year, second year, you do a lot of, what do we call this? There's practical and what do we call this?
Theory.
You do a lot of theory. But then third year, you go to the field. You are still a student, but you can write for publication like Record Noweto, which was part of Kexten. I'm not sure now.
Okay.
So you know what to do when you go to the industry because you have practical. They can say. I sometimes say I think journalist is not born, it's made. Because you can train a journalist to be a proper one.
Definitely. Yes.
Yeah, it's not about education, but obvious you need knowledge. Because if you don't have knowledge, you'll mess up.
Yeah.
And remember, if you mess up, you don't mess up for yourself as a journalist.
No.
You also mess up for the whole
company.
society. So yeah. So for TUT, for me, it was much easier. I thank Lipompo Mira Edita. I think he gave me that opportunity to make mistake and grow.
Okay.
Yeah, to make mistake and grow, to say, you know what, Temi, I do know that you cannot be perfect. There's no, as journalists, we still make mistakes. And I know the world think we don't. No, we are human beings.
Yeah.
We have ups and downs like everyone.
Like everyone
And
else.
remember, in media, you work under a tight deadline. A very tight deadline. And you must make sure that you don't only get it fast, you get it fast and right. Accurate.
Yes.
You have to be at par. My editor always say, you know what, Tembi? You must treat this like you are a doctor. You have a patient. If you messed up, you killed one. You will lose your job.
You lose your job, definitely. Yes.
You will lose your job.
Okay.
So let's say I killed 3 so far. Do you think they will want me again?
No, they won't.
This one is a murderer.
Even your reputation is done with it.
This one is a murderer, you see.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of time to be trained. It's easier said than done.
Okay.
You can go to a place, then they say, we don't want to talk. Especially from these rural communities, they are not used to media like in cities,
Yeah, they know.
They will say, no, it will make us get embarrassed. But at the end, they will get help.
Okay.
They will get help. I'm not saying we do help them as journalists, but we reflect on what's happening.
Okay.
It's up to those in power to make decisions, not us. Let's say, for example, if it was Ziggy, they said, no, we know that it's bogus, but we don't want to close it. There was nothing we can do. Our job is to reflect. It's not to change anything. It's to reflect on the situation as it is.
Yes. You don't add, you don't subtract.
No, you don't.
You just say it the way it is.
That's taboo in journalism. You don't fabricate.
Yeah.
And when someone comes to you with information, you must do cross-checking, verification. You don't come to me and say, someone did this to me. I want to also talk to that person. And many people, I think they have a problem sometimes whereby they come and think they can use me to fight their own battles. And I'll be like, can I also talk with the person you are accusing? They say, no, they will lie to you.
Yeah.
So you want me
Then you will
to write your opinion?
No.
Opinion is like belly button. Everybody have their own.
Definitely, yes.
Everybody have their own. So I have to make sure that this affects at the end. Yes, some allegations we can write them, but we have to be backed up. For example, let's say someone killed someone. It's obvious we also have to get a comment from the police to confirm.
Yes.
Because tomorrow when they come and sue us, we also have to say, no, we got it from the
We have
police.
the source,
And this is the authority.
Yeah.
It's not us. And sometimes you get intimidated for that. I still remember there was, I think, Councillor Mawasa might remember this. We once had some strikes where there were some killings. You know what? It reached my mom that Thembi was doing this stories, dangerous, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, yeah.
And then one day I was with my mom. I was like, you know what, mom? I went to study this. I knew this is what I was going to do. It's like a doctor.
Yeah.
You have to split blood. You have to see blood with your eyes. And then she was like, hey, but I didn't thought it's this dangerous. I said, sometimes I have to play smart, I have to put my family first. Also myself. I can't go where there are people who are shooting each other.
No.
I won't. It's obvious. I'll tell you where, you know what? I'm not equipped to do that. I don't have guns. I don't have bulletproof, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, so it's obvious.
Okay.
People who are trained, they have to go and do that. And then myself, I will go back and do my job, which is to do what? Is to reflect.
Okay.
And sometimes, I can pitch a story and the editor reject it. Not one, not two. I always tell people to say, the strength of journalism, of a journalist, is not about how many no's he get, but how he handled those no's. Yeah.
Okay. So, but then you also did is it internship or learnership, the one for video?
It was internship.
Internship.
At Limpopo newspaper.
Yes, it was an internship. So, wasn't it hard for you to get there because?
Oh, you know what? They robbed us our phones. We went to Chukota during a protest, we reported on the first story. I was capturing the video. And then we again went there to check what's happening. Because, they say journalists are like watchdogs. Yeah, we had to go and check.
Again.
And then somewhere from nowhere, he came. Then he robbed us one phone. So imagine, and I was doing my first year properly in journalism.
Okay.
They robbed us. I was a bit discouraged, obvious. But I was like, you know what? I think this is what I love. I went back.
Okay.
And continued until today, whereby I'm recognized journalist. Yeah, but I can't say it's an easy job. It's not easy. It's not easy at all.
Okay, it just needs someone who is committed.
You should have love for it.
Okay.
Yeah, you should not go there and say, just want to report stories and be famous and get rich. No.
Okay.
You don't do something like that.
Alright.
You should have love.
And then there's a say which says that media can build and media can destroy. Would you care or do you mind to elaborate on that?
Yeah, when they say media can build, can destroy, it's true. As I said, we cannot change the world at first, no? But then let's say I report on something which is not true, and people will believe me, right?
Yes, they will.
So you see, so I've created a narrative that certain things are this way as a journalist, and people, because they believe me, they will say, no, it's Tembu, right? Who wrote the Ziggy story school and it closed, meaning
even
it was
this
true.
one is accurate.
Even this one is accurate, while it's not. You see, so that's why we have to be careful. It has to go through proper channels where there's an editor, sub-editor, proofreader. There are a lot of people there, and there are also people who do cross-checking of facts. It's not like on Facebook where you go and, as I said, you have 10 MB, you go and create something,
Yes.
and people will share it. Will share it fast. It will go viral because you've said something which people think it's right or it's true.
Yeah.
But in journalism, we don't do that. We have to cross-check everything we write. So that's how we can say media can build.
And media can destroy.
Exactly.
Okay. Then media is a powerhouse then, because everything revolves around it, and we are living in a modern society whereby everything is about media, right?
And fake news travel faster.
They do.
Like a wildfire.
You know, if someone can say, I don't know if you're gonna feel offended, but we know you don't feel offended. I'm sorry about it. If I can now say that on Facebook that unfortunately thembi siaga is gone, it's going to be, it will go viral like in 10 seconds.
Exactly.
But then if I can say that you're married, it won't.
I think fake news travel faster.
Yes.
Fake news, as I said, fake news travel faster. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And even the family will not be consulted.
Yeah.
will not be given opportunity to give their take about the said news. But I think I do like social media, but I think they should verify everything they post. Even the platform itself, it should have a certain way to verify, but it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
You publish, you write something, you write garbage,
and then you just post it the way it is.
And people will share it. People will share it.
And one thing about it, when it comes to you as a journalist, people don't forget. Actually, social media don't forget. Sometimes you can write, let's say maybe you write fake news, and then maybe we fight with you, we forget, and then maybe you got another publication into company, and then after 7 years, those things, someone can just go there and dig up whatever
you know, when you're saying this, you remind me of, do you remember those quadruplets babies?
Yes.
What's that story?
I don't know, but then if you want it, you can dig it and you will find it.
That's what I'm telling you. Media can build or destroy.
Can build and destroy.
Yeah, I wonder, how did he, what was the approach there? And then I thought maybe he saw those kids with his own eyes, the journalist.
They were not even there.
No,
it was a propaganda.
I don't think they were there.
They were not even there.
And it went viral.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went viral.
It's the same as that story. We were still in primary. They said at Elim Hospital, the baby boy was born with teeth and beard, I think. And then they told us that we should wear some nyana and tie our hands. Tie our hands and legs. And then we definitely did that because we were afraid to die.
Exactly.
Because of what? Of social media. I mean, guys, really, please. We, as a journalist, I'm a journalist. Don't make us to be afraid of something which is not there.
Yeah, you can create fear sometimes.
Yeah,
you can create fear which is not necessary. That's why I think it's on this time whereby fake news travel fast. We need journalism, and we need journalism which will do the job properly.
Yeah.
Not desktop journalism whereby you just sit on your laptop, you see something on Facebook, you report on it. No, we need proper journalism. We need proper journalism.
Okay.
Yeah, we need proper journalism, because if you don't have journalism, I think fake news will travel fast, and it will destroy. It will create unnecessary fear on people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, you are here, and then when we started talking, I spoke of people knowing you from Facebook, newspapers, because of the works that you have done, because of the achievements that you have accumulated. So I just want to know about some of the achievements that you have encountered while you are busy in this journey for journalists. Yes.
I think the biggest achievement is to be a runner-up for Sevukle Award, it's a second biggest in the industry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the second biggest. It's because of that Ziggy story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it put me on the map. I can't
That
say
one
I'm
was
famous.
just,
I don't want
the elevation.
I don't want to be famous, honestly. I just want to do my job.
You don't want to be famous?
No, I don't want to be famous.
Okay. Or is it the say of each and every journalist? They always say that I don't want to be famous, knowing very well that the works of their hands it's going to make them famous.
No, not really. No,
Okay.
Not really. Because if I'm chasing a fame, it means I will create stories which
are
exist.
not even the case.
Exactly. You see.
For the sake of you to maintain that.
It's not like
standard.
It's not like those Facebook page whereby they create stories. They post them just to get likes. We don't know. We are not moved by likes. We are not moved by likes. We just want to report on what's happening and we make sure that we're accurate.
Yeah.
That's what importance to us.
Okay. Anyway, before we can finish, I want you to give someone an advice. I know that there's someone out there who, because where, like for example, where we are living now here, people are not used to have like us, and what's more important, or what I like about you, is that you are not that old. You are not magogo or whatsoever, a granddad or something. You are not madala, right? Someone might be loving what you're doing, but they are afraid to go to this industry based on maybe they know some people who maybe studied media or journalism, but they're not working, right? And then maybe they are afraid, because hence I said that eventually people will say those kind of industry, they need connection, but then there's someone there who is dying inside that I want to be like you. What advice can you give to that person? Or okay, maybe when it comes to school, maybe in high school you need to study this, and then when you go there, this is what you should choose, because in other colleges it's only journalism, but then in other universities it's media, which involves everything, like yes.
As I said, the important thing is to have love for the industry. They should not go on the industry to be rich.
Okay.
Yeah, they should not go to the industry to be rich just because the industry doesn't have money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we do it out of love. We do it out of love. And genuine love, not just love, genuine love. And another thing, I think they can study whatever they want at high school. But obviously they should know about the industry. Like, for example, myself, I was on the history stream. I think it did help me somehow, because I know the history.
Okay.
They should know how to analyze. They should follow news, but not each and every news. They can't go on Facebook and say,
no,
this is news.
Yeah.
There's a proper journalism, That's what I always say. There's a proper journalism which can be practiced, and it takes a lot of time. As I was telling you with the Ziggy story, I took few months working on it because I wanted facts at hand.
Okay.
I wanted facts at hand, and sometimes to get facts, it's not easy,
So in other words, you're saying that that person should also be patient.
They should be patient, and they also have to understand that you don't have to have a big camera. I still remember when I started. I was using a very small camera.
Okay.
Sometimes I even lost one. I was given another one at work. But sometimes it's not about the type of camera you have. It's about who behind it. Yeah. Okay. I know these fancy cameras now, they can do the magic. But trust me, at Limpopo Mirror newspaper, we have old cameras. But they still take good photos. It depends on who's behind it, the photographer.
Okay.
Yeah. And from these advantage communities like this one, I believe the media industry is very small.
Yeah.
It's very small. Like, for example, I think here in Limpopo, here in Wembe, we have Limpopo Mirror newspaper. Which other one do you think we have? I mean the one which is consistent with reporting. Which other one do you think we have? Every Thursday,
we have that one.
You'll get our newspaper.
Yes.
Yeah. Which other one do you think we have?
Capricorn News.
And which other one? Which other one?
We don't have a lot.
The market, so it becomes difficult for us to know.
Yeah, I think
the newspapers, of course.
I think it took a lot of work, Limpopo Mirror newspaper is very old. It has good reputation, if you can still remember. It's very old.
Yeah.
I think it's older than me, obviously.
But then now, isn't it challenging because people no longer buy newspapers like hard copies, but then
they want to read digital.
They want to read digital, yes.
Yeah, I think the revenue model for media it has been scrapped by Facebook and Google.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay journalists, those companies. I don't even think they pay tax. And unfortunately, I'm not the government. I can't change that fact.
Okay.
But they just come and take and go. And then, you know what? When you hold a newspaper, it's just that I didn't come with one here. When you hold a newspaper, there is a certain feeling which you can't get over the phone. When you're using the phone reading the newspaper, a message can come. Then you decide
you
to
got
read it.
distracted.
But for newspaper, you know, there are those madalas and gogos. They still want the newspaper. But
Okay.
as new generation, we want to read it online. And mostly on Facebook. That's why we are misled by what is being reported on Facebook each and every day.
Okay.
Yeah, because remember, as I said, fake news travel faster, like a wildfire. Yeah.
Yeah, just to come in there, because I'm tempted to come in since you've indicated that there's a good or this other special feeling when you are gripping the newspaper.
Yeah.
Which maybe the younger generation can challenge that statement. To say we are dealing with the information. Remember, once the newspaper got wet or when it's raining, it will also face challenge. And maybe taking into consideration that we are on 4th industrial revolution. So almost not everything, but a lot of things are digital today.
Yes.
Although we understand that even the phones that we rely much on, it can be off, the battery can be off while you are still enjoying the information that you are getting through that. But checking on the world of today, don't you think that this 4th industrial revolution is collapsing all these big newspapers? You know, when I was growing up, when I was young, I used to see Sunday Suns, Mirror, Daily Suns, Daily Suns with Istokology stories and so on and so forth. But we used to see a lot of newspapers. But today, it's very rare. I can't tell you when was my last time to read the newspaper.
You want to read it online?
Yes, people prefer.
That's why you're misled. That's why you're misled by Facebook, fake news. You know what? Let's go back to that ID story. Do you think Facebook guys can go and do such story and where they challenge the Home Affairs to correct what was wrong? No, they can't.
Okay.
You know, now we were busy with data journalism, where we collect groceries list from different shops, Elim, Jalele, Twando, and Lustrihat. Do you think they can do that?
No.
We are
they
unique,
cannot.
you know. Yeah, we are unique. And you know, I'm very proud to be unique. I don't want to be like someone else.
Okay.
We know sometimes people say we report on old news, but check the kind of reporting. Check the quality. We don't want quantity.
You want quality.
Exactly. We want quality. Check our reporting. Buy Limpopo Mirror newspaper today and check it.
It's very unique.
It's
The
very
way they
unique.
report.
Exactly. It's
I
very
get it.
unique. And it's not that easy to say no. We've retracted the story. No, we do proper journalism. We do cross-checking. We have a lot of people on the background. You know, beside me, I wouldn't do it alone. I had to be with the editor. I had to be with someone monitoring what I do and also advising me.
Okay, you know, when I was the other day I was in town, I met this other guy who was in marketing. He told me like he has his own motto, and then I asked him, what kind of motto do you have? And he was like, I always tell people that start now, don't wait for tomorrow, start now. And then what can you tell any youth who's around here?
My motto.
Yeah. You don't have.
You know what? In media,
There isn't.
No, I don't have motto.
So you don't have those one ways that keeps
I
you
think
going.
I'm that kind of a journalist who report both, whether negative
or positive.
Whether positive.
Okay.
And sometimes I get judged that I report mostly on negative. But around Ilim, tell me, yes, we do have those inspiring stories, but we don't have service delivery, right?
Yeah, we don't have.
Instead of me praising a fish for swimming, I won't do that.
Okay.
And I don't care whether I'm forgiven or not by the public, but I won't praise fish for swimming. If it doesn't swim, it will die.
Okay.
Same applies to our government. Yes, when they do good, we'll praise them. But when they don't do good, we can't allow the society to suffer. And then we are praising them. No, we can't.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. It was really wonderful for having you in our studio. Anyway, thank you so much. This was it.
We are done, guys.
Yeah, we are.
I think we took a lot of time, right?
Yeah.